Mikey D, I'm still in complete and utter shock. But we still got a job to do. And this is gonna be an awesome, hard-hitting, strong style type of contest. And if anything's gonna pick up my mood, it's gonna be Marciano and Fish.
I think you're looking for the term slugfest.
Who said that? This is gonna be so epic between Bobby Fish. Mikey D, Bobby Fish flew in from Japan tonight from the Pro Wrestling Noah Dojo. After hearing he was gonna face Bruno Marciano, Mercury Rising, he straight up he upped his strikes and he's ready to go.
Well, you know, there's a reason that he's big in Japan, but there's a reason that Bruno Marciano, well, he's our Intensa Italian.
The former Diamond Division champion. Bruno Marciano lost the Diamond Division Championship in controversial fashion last month at Crossroads 6. I'm going to tell you, I talked to Marciano before the show took place, before the card happened, and he said he is pissed. He wants revenge, and he's looking to take it out on Marciano.
You know, the bell sounds, but I got to point this one out. Last month at Crossroads 6, you said controversial style. Bruno Marciano was leveled across the top of the head with the Diamond Division title. And from what I understand from our ace trainers and our ace medics, he received 6 staples to close that up.
Nothing unusual for Marciano. He's lost a lot of blood over the past year. And right now you're gonna get an intense Japanese-style wrestling contest between Marciano and Bobby Fish. Fish loves using strikes, so does Marciano, but you have to remember one thing about Bruno Marciano. The man loves working on the neck to utilize his brain busters, and Bruno Marciano loves to utilize the arm submissions, the Jujigatami, the Fujiwara. Don't forget about the Kimura and the Last Resort. Marciano has a lot of ways to beat you.
You know,
so does Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish also going to work on the arm, because all it takes is one flying knee strike from the Round Eye Samurai.
The Bazooka knee strike. Both men love to utilize that hold. Who's gonna hit it first in this contest?
You know, if Bobby Fish levels out Marciano for a couple of seconds, he can hop up and he can hit his moonsault. There's a reason that he is the Dalai Lama of Yokohama.
All right, yeah, now you're being ridiculous.
I'm not even kidding. I have friends who live right outside of Tokyo. They drive. I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding you. They live right outside of Tokyo. They drive just to see him train. He's one of the most popular Americans in Japan.
Gaijin, as they like to say in Japan. He's a great foreign talent.
And God bless you.
Oh, good grief. Nonetheless, I'm enjoying this contest right now, despite what you just said. I'll let you slide. I'll get Axel to take your spot. Nonetheless, Fish working him over with that side headlock. Marciano has a lot of ways to beat you, so does Bobby Fish. I've seen him do a lot of combinations involving suplexes and Falcon's arrows. Can Bobby Fish get it done tonight against the former Diamond Division champion?
Right now, it's just a technical head-to-head. These guys are trying to get the upper hand.
I believe Marciano wants. Oh, he's going right back to that arm. Marciano wants, without a shadow of a doubt, he wants to gain another contention at the Diamond Division champion. He wants back in contention. He wants his belt back for the division he re-revolutionized.
Oh, definitely. After winning the belt back in December, you know, he took us the first half of the year, and he pretty much remade the Diamond Division. Big shoulder block lays out Fish. But Fish with the big arm drag.
Marciano using those tree trunk style legs to take off Bobby Fish off his feet. Duck under the leap frog. Bruno ducks under here. Again, Bobby Fish this time. Oh! Added emphasis, drop kicking and drove his knees right into the face. Bobby Fish is focused.
Bruno Marciano, he's shaking his head. I think he just had the focus taken out of him. You know, we like to talk about the tree trunk limbs, those huge legs of Bruno Marciano. You know, I'm looking at Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, he's walking around on sequoias too.
That might have just walking on Marciano. He's looking
back
intense
kick
right
to
here.
the spinning back kick to the midsection of Marciano.
Look at that, drop kick of his own. But Marciano Marciano's fired up for him. Fish drive his knees into his face, and now Marciano takes him over with an arm submission.
You know, it's one thing that I've noticed after the months and months of knowing Bruno Marciano, getting to know him in the back and doing the interviews. When he gets going, if you watch his matches, look at the eyes of Bruno Marciano, how focused they get.
You know, I will say this, and you can put me on record. I think Bruno Marciano might be the wrestler to beat in 2010 for the rest of the year in American Championship Entertainment. You know, I mean that.
He's definitely having one hell of a year, in my opinion.
Right now, Marciano
just going straight to that left shoulder, that left arm of Bobby Fish, and holding on to the wrist.
Fish with some vicious strikes. Oh, here we go. Look at that version of a hammerlock. He's pulling him up here. Fish gets to the turnbuckle. He has to break the hold. Oh, Marciano dragged him out.
Oh!
And tossed him overhead with that armbar suplex. Cover Jose with the count.
And Fish on the bottom ropes.
And senior official Big Jose saw Bobby Fish is on the ropes at the count of 1. You know, I will say this much. Bobby Fish has been in Pro Wrestling Noah the Dojo. He's been training with his strikes. Definitely, like he's told me earlier on, he wants to outstrike Marciano, and if he does that, he can win. But remember this, you have to worry about Marciano's arm bars, his arm locks. He can overwork that arm and decimate it at a moment's notice.
Just wrenching on that shoulder.
But Fish counters with those right hands to the midsection.
Shoots the intense Italian off. Big foot right to the face.
And Bobby Fish goes, sticking to what works. Another leg lariat and knocking the cobwebs of Marciano out of his head.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Bobby Fish scouted this match and he paid attention. You know, if you go back a couple months, you know, Bruno Marciano had a match with Dan Moff where he had his head split open, got 8 stitches by the eye, and then, of course, last month, the 6 staples to the cranium.
Beautiful kick from Bobby Fish. And the Japanese influence rubbing off on Bobby Fish. There's a cover.
Only got one arm down for the cover. He's favoring that left arm heavily. Bruno Marciano maybe he tore the rotator cuff, tore the tendons.
Bobby Fish here looking for a suplex. Oh! Beautiful back suplex from Bobby Fish.
And Bobby Fish did that all on one arm. Goes for the cover.
Bobby Fish showing his toughness. He's going with one arm here, but Marciano decimated that left arm early on.
He can't get an effective cover, though. He can't hook the legs if he only has one arm going.
There's again that strong style influence, that Japanese influence with those kicks and those strikes he loves utilizing. And there's a snap suplex.
A single arm snap suplex.
Fish is strong as hell, Mikey D. Look at that, he's going. And now he's going right to work on Marciano's arm. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Beautifully done. And he's got a modified camel clutch. But
he tried to get a pull across with that left arm, but he shook it off. I think that arm might already hurt, and he goes to the right arm.
If you notice, though, Fish is cross-arming the face of Marciano, doing a lot of damage to the maybe injured nasal region of Bruno Marciano from earlier on in the contest. And now he's raking the face. Jose's got to get in there. Oh, never mind, he's got to clench. I apologize for the fans at home.
Marciano with the inside elbows. Fish with the big clubbing forearms to the back.
And this is what I love the hard-hitting wrestling that these two men are giving each other right now. And a nice corkscrew elbow, beautifully done by Bobby Fish. There's a cover.
This is technical wrestling and striking at its best with the 2 count.
And Fish is, you know, Bobby Fish, I believe, has more of the advantage of Marciano. You know, Marciano has wrestled more stateside in the tri-state area. Fish is a worldwide phenomenon.
Fish measuring in, big left kick to the chest. But look at the eyes of Marciano.
And the intense Italian is firing up.
Italian uppercut.
Italian, Sicilian, same thing. And another Sicilian uppercut from the intense Italian. Make that a trifecta for Bruno. And now Fish with a forearm strike. Another Sicilian from Bruno.
Ace fans get behind every one of these strikes.
Fish is looking worse for wear. Marciano's just warming up. And that was 5 Italian uppercuts. He just gave him the 5 there.
That's a different kind of 5, but I'm glad you can still count harder.
Oh, you know it, Danny. And Marciano firing up here. Might be looking for that running forearm splash he loves to utilize. And he hits it. Marciano going to work on the weary Bobby Fish.
Fish went to go up and over, but he caught the fireman.
Looking for that DBM, maybe no. Counter to a sunset flip. And a roundhouse kick from Bruno.
Bruno measuring Fish now.
Northern Lights.
Northern Lights bridge.
Oh, there's a cover. This could be it. But did you see the arc of that Northern Lights? I've never seen an arc on the Northern Lights like that
That was
before.
beautiful. The Ace fans agree.
That Northern Lights was epic. But it still didn't get the job done. Bruno's got to go to work again. Italian suplex. He hit it.
And he bridges.
Oh, and 2 and 15/16. Bobby Fish kicked out of the Italian suplex. Kimura. He's got the Kimura lock. He's got the Kimura lock.
Just wrenching on that already worked arm, that left arm of Bobby Fish. Fish is gonna have to find a way to get out of there, get to the bottom rope and roll out.
I don't think Bruno had it unlocked all the way as Fish was able to get up to his feet from it. Bobby Fish has taken a lot of punishment to that arm.
Fish has the height advantage in this fight, having the longer limbs.
Bruno, another Sicilian, this time to that arm. And a
Hurricane Rana. Sorry, I had to say it.
vintage Bobby Fish, and now a right hand right to the cranium. That's the only hand he has.
Classic Bobby Finch.
Even better.
We don't use words like vintage around here.
Good call, and I dig that. But nonetheless, Bobby Fish, these men have been kicking the crap out of each other, and these Ace fans have been eating it up. There's a reversal. Oh, nice. Nice arm DDT. That was a combination of an arm breaker and a DDT. Fish writhing in pain. Uh-oh. Bruno looking for another strike here. And the crowd getting behind Marciano.
No!
And yet again, another running forearm strike.
But Fish followed him up.
Oh, Bruno went in for another, but Fish caught him off guard. Exploder suplex, beautifully done by Bobby Fish. And now,
Bobby Fish going to the top.
Fish out of water, headbutt from Bobby Fish, beautifully done. Could this be it here?
But he only gets the 2 count after that huge diving headbutt.
This has been a hell of a contest. A hell of a contest. Strong style influence between both Marciano and Fish. They've been beating the hell out of each other, and this crowd loves it. They are eating it up, watching intently.
You know, you can only imagine Bobby Fish gets a win here tonight against Bruno Marciano. That might put him in contention for the Diamond title.
Oh, Marciano.
Neck breaker.
And there's that one of the combos he was talking about. Neck breaker followed up with a fisherman. Standard Bobby Fish combination. But he's suffering here. He lost a lot of energy in that arm, and he lost a lot of breath.
Ace fans definitely telling what they think. They're never wants to be shy, calling this an awesome match, and it is.
Oh, this has been a great match, but I think Bobby Fish might have wasted a little too much time not going for a cover. We're up to 5 here.
Bobby Fish first to his feet with a straight right hand.
That was a straight right hand and caught him right under the eye. Oh, here we go.
Fireman's carry could be done. Death by Marciano.
The death by Marciano hits. Can Bruno somehow gain his withal and go for a cover? Fish's entire upper body must be writhing in pain. His shoulder blades, his midsection. And the intense Italian up on his feet.
Fish now up and oh!
World to world backbreaker, but he caught him more on the neck. What a move from Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish going up, could be moonsault time. The moonsault from Bobby Fish.
He jumped 3/4 of the way of the ring to hit that moonsault. That's it.
Cover.
Bruno again kicks out. Both men have been dishing a lot of punishment to the other.
I don't think Bobby Fish can even fathom the fact that Bruno Marciano just kicked out of that.
Fish got to be thinking, what more do I have to do to defeat Bobby? Same thing the other way around.
Knee combination, but Marciano kind of headbutted out.
Oh! Look at those knee strikes.
Those knee strikes I mentioned earlier. He gave him a knee to the knee and knee.
Good grief, those knee strikes. Bobby Fish is about to knock Bruno loopy.
Bruno's on the ropes, though. Bruno's too close to the ropes.
What a knee combination from Bobby Fish. I thought he knocked Marciano clear out cold.
Yeah, this match is gonna be a classic. I'm gonna say it right now. And we still have our main event. We still have the four-way.
What an unbelievable night this Mercury Rising show has been. And this match has been hard-hitting to say the least. He's looking for it here. Home run shot, counter.
Wait a second.
Looking for the last resort. Marciano looking for that last resort submission hold.
All he's got to do is hook and roll over. All he's got to do is roll it now.
Oh, Fish doing a great job of countering the submission. He's got it. Last resort. Bruno Marciano's got the last resort on Bobby Fish.
We saw Sami Callihan tap out in this a couple months ago.
But Bobby Fish did the smart thing. He caught his legs free, and now Marciano's got Juji Gatami locked on. A modified version. That's the real one.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, as a result of a submission, Bruno Marciano.
The Ace fans are definitely on their feet showing respect for two hell of competitors with a hell of a match here at Mercury Rising.
Bobby Fish brought his A game from Japan, but Bruno Marciano's arm work did too much to damage the arm of Fish. Marciano counters with a Juji Gatami armbar, and once again Bruno Marciano, the intense Italian, picks up the two, and he wants another shot.